Hi folks. Imagine that you have a local code that's doing a query to the DB, right? So this is a query. Query input results an example. And you do not want to have a UI for this. You have to have this fancy future looking user experience where you're going to the client like Telegram, Slack or whatever and chatting with the bot. And this bot actually have access to this function doing the query on your behalf. So you're asking with normal human language the questions. The bot is aware that the bot has access to this function and the bot actually calling it and gives you the result. So how we can do that? I have created a nice small package, Gemini Toolbox. This package will help you to do exactly that, and today I will show you how in several lines of the code you can achieve just that. So the first thing first, we will need to install Vertex AI SDK. This will be needed obviously to do the calls to Gemini. The second thing that we will need is Gemini Toolbox. And this is a package that I have created specifically to be able to do exactly what we need. Let's go back to our example. So, what do we need? First of all, let's do the import of Vertex AI, because we're going to need to create the model. The second, let's import Gemini Toolbox. From there, we will need just one thing, a client. So we have a function. First thing first, we need to initialize Vertex AI. This is something that is completely out of scope of this particular video. If you do not know how to do or what is that, I will have several links in the description to give you overview how to create the GCP project, how to enable Vertex API. But by now, I am assuming that you actually have already either the GCP project pre-enabled or you know how to do it. Now you need to create a list of functions, and it's actually very, very simple. You just literally have a list with the functions, and these functions will be available to Gemini. So Gemini will know that it can be calling those functions. In this case, I have just one function query database that I have. And now let's use the very simple method to create a client. So I'm going to create a Gemini client with a function generate chat client from the function list. As the name implies, all you need to pass here is the name of the function, list of the functions. By default, it's using the model Gemini 1.5.pro and it has debug disabled. So we can play with it and change it. So there are many input arguments, but for today I just will tell you, we'll show the simplest way to create it. Again, by default it will use Gemini 1.5 Pro, so if you want to use Flash, just go and read the documentation how to pass the model name, but it's literally the variable model name. So let's get the answer from the client. And we're going to have variable response. We're going to use client, and client has a method send message. This is a very simple method, and this method in input has string and it returns string. So can you query the database? I want to check interesting, what I want to check. Let's play a little bit. So instead of the query, we'll say name of the item. And example result will give you name of the item plus priced of $100. So this is a function I have. And I want to check price for the item apple. Okay. And let me print the response. So what will happen? So the Gemini will see this question it will know that it can call a local function. So it will actually do the call to this local function, then it will get the result, and then it should respond back to you. Let's go to Python, see the example, let's execute and see how it works. Oh, it does not. Live demo, Gemini 2 box. Of course, I had a typo because that's what I do, producing typos. And here we go. It actually produced give us the Python query. So we have to do a little bit of things. We have to explain query price. We have to explain what this function is doing. So let's do the documentation, because it's kind of almost did what it would ask to. Function that will query a price of a given item, and it will return the price, and obviously args, name of the item thing. So this specific documentation will be given to Gemini, so it will be able to read, because right now it just barely haven't understood what was asked, and it were not able to connect the ask with the function. But let's try it again. And now, hopefully, with this documentation, here we go. Example result: Apple priced of 100. Priced of 100. So it was able to do the query. I want to check price for the item Apple. How many apples I can buy with $1,000? So the question, in order to answer this question, the Gemini will have to go to the query, and here you go. Based on the query result, the price of the apple, you can buy 10 apples. Let's also pass a debug, so you will actually see that the call is happening. So let's pass the debug and check. Oh, apologize. No, of course not here. We need to pass debug to my logic, not the logic Vertex AI. So now you can see that, oh, Gemini understood that it need to call your function, and the argument should be Apple, and here is a call, and it got the result. Here is the actual API response, and this is what effectively Gemini were able to answer you. Thank you. Now you can do exactly the same. Just write the documentation, write your logic, and expose it to Gemini, and start building lines that have a possibility to actually be calling your local Python code. Thank you.